Oh, right. Oh, that's loud. Yes, I always want to load your save data. So nice of you to ask every single time in all your old games of this era. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I thought that would be difficulty and stuff. Okay, how do I back out? It's not telling me. How about circle button? No. X button, I guess. Okay. Okay. Now we back out with circle. What does triangle do? Oh, that's fun. Good to know. Good to know about the fonts. Oh yeah, I guess you don't set there. So I have this on easy because Virtua Fighter 2 is freaking hard as heck. This other stuff is all on default. There is I forget what the difference here is. I don't think it was anything huge, but I don't remember. This is the PS3 version of Virtua Fighter 2. It seems like a pretty hardcore high-res port of the original arcade version of Virtua Fighter 2. Came out fairly late in PS3's life cycle, as far as I seem to recall. At the time, I thought it was interesting, but like it was super duper hard, so it's not like I was getting anywhere with it. And it's still super duper hard. But it's kind of fun to mess with. Now, I only actually play it with Jacky, but I am doing a playthrough of Jacky in all my Virtua Fighter games, so it's time to crack this baby back open. I don't really know. You can't sidestep in this game, so you can only move forward and backwards. You can do big old slow, low gravity jumps. And Lau was very accommodating there. Oh dear. Fighters don't have all that many moves. I don't think... Oh, there's a command list. I'll be gosh darned. I mean, I'm not gonna actually make great use of this at the moment because I'm a knucklehead, but leg slicer. Beat knuckle. Oh yeah. I recall beat knuckle was one I was relying on a lot. You get into weird stuff. Like you have to do these things in quick back punch, down kick in quick succession. Oh, okay. If you say so. Oh. Well, I like lightning kick 5. Down punch, kick, 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 kick. Kick. Okay, so this is a throw. Northern Light Bomb. Neck breaker drop. Is that a throw? Like a clothesline or something? I don't know what the hell. Face crusher. So that's a throw from behind, I guess. The face crusher. Down attack. That's another down attack. Another down attack. Ooh, face up. Oh, this is when you're lying down, right? Lots of those. Good. Jeez, let's cover every single angle he could be laying at. So, yeah, that's the move list for Jacky. Now, one thing that I found on the internet as a piece of advice that turned out to be fairly useful is that Jacky's throw seems to have a pretty abusable range. So, except the only trouble is, like with just about anything else, the input for throw in this game is pretty fiddly. So you can get in a state where you just can't do it at all, even though you're right next to the opponent. And then you just have to, like, back out. Just back out and try to go in again. At least that was the problem I was having back when I initially tried this. Oh my gosh, that did a lot of damage. Like, why would you do anything else? Just spam throw. Now, note this this stage. I'm a little behind in paying attention here. That stage, it's supposedly Chicago, I've read, only comes up when Jacky and Sarah face each other. If anybody else had gone into the second stage there, which is always Sarah, they would have fought Sarah in her sort of ruined Roman Colosseum type stage against this like purple night sky, which is just laced with lightning bolts. And that's the reason I don't play this game with anybody except Jacky, because I don't like the flashing lightning effect. Kind of makes my eyes hurt and can lead to migraines and not cool stuff like that. So I only play with Jacky because he doesn't have to go through that level, because when he fights Sarah, they're in the, well, dang. Shun knew what to do. Just elbow me in the shin. Well, let me try throwing you, little guy. But, like, notice this stage. This stage, I mean, compared to the other stages, and even, like, this stage still looks pretty neat, I think. I may be crazy. Oh, yeah, down attacks. Oh, no, only my burn knuckle can save me, or whatever it was called. Something knuckle? I forget.
I look forward to our next bout.
Man, that is some interesting lip syncing. I love the non-existent load time. Oh my gosh. I knocked her hat off though, or her tiara, or whatever the heck it is. I guess it's just like a hair thing. What do you call those things? You know, that go over the hair. Well, 3 throws and we're done. Well, at least with round 1. I'm stoked, yeah. Uh-oh, now she's getting frizzy. Oh, look at that. Look, what? What? Oh, I don't have the range for that one. Oh, she just waited for me. Ha! Wow. Okay, back to the throw game. Whoa. Really beefy hitting sound in this game. Oh, see there? If you do the throw input at the wrong range, it'll just like do a punch or something. It's weird. Oh man, this game is so weird. Oh, the camera! Oh, Lion. This is Lion's first appearance. It was also Shun's first appearance. What about Lion just looks like... It's like a weirdly burly guy in a life preserver. Got some kind of weird posture problem. How did my life go away so quickly? I'll show you. Why is there a giant gold coin in the background there? Just behind a fence. Giant gold coin on the wall of China, I guess. It's like, is there a giant coin deposit somewhere on the wall of China? Deposit one coin to advance into China, or just to go down this part of the. I don't know. Shut up now. Well, good old throw. Note that I do not actually know how to play Jacky Oh, but watch this. Just can't block for 3 whole punches. The blocking in this game is so weird too, because it's just like, if you're blocking, there's no feedback, just right through. Is he crouching maybe? But then the third one, like, he just can't maintain. So that's Jeffrey versus Jacky. At least the AI Jeffrey. Oh no, so here is where I'm probably gonna end. Because this fight took me like at least 45 minutes to get through when I got through it before. Like I just don't, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I can try throws, but he inevitably just does something. Just some ninja thing. Like that. Like, and that. Oh, okay, I got him. Okay, maybe I can do this. This would be a miracle. Oh, stop doing your ninja tricks. Doing that low crouch. Oh, see? No. Oh, there goes my health. See, and now you get in this state where you can't move forward, you can't throw. Oh, the input in this game is so weird. You know, it's hard to know what they were thinking, except that they just didn't know how. Nobody knew how to do this. So they were just working it out. But I would think you would still know that certain things could have been done a little more smoothly. I mean, I just get stuck. Ugh. See, like, I'm just stuck in this punch loop where I try to throw, and I haven't really figured out, like, maybe there's some way not to get into a punch loop, or just to reset your range somehow, but, like, Kage knows how this all works. I don't. Darn ninja tricks. So there's a spamming throw. He finally happened to wander into the right range, and I threw instead of doing these annoying punches where I can't move. That's not gonna kill though, is it? Dang. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, take away a third of my life. That's cool. Oh, I thought I had something there. Oh. Oh no, he figured it out. See, and then I get into this. Because it just feels so hopeless, just the way the input gets stuck feels so hopeless, I just end up like, maybe this weird pattern of input will work. And because at least I don't feel like I can actually play. Like, this doesn't really feel playable. You feel like you're trying to find some weird exploit, because everything you thought you knew, everything that would seem to make sense, just doesn't work, doesn't feel right, doesn't move. Oh, it's so weird. Oh. Like, there's no resistance a lot of the times when you go in, but then sometimes there's this weird, invisible, gummy resistance to things, and you just feel like you're stuck. Or you just feel like you've run into an invisible wall. Like here, I just couldn't... I hate that cricket. These damn crickets. Like, this stage would probably not be nearly as infuriating, even if I still couldn't beat Kage. If it just weren't for those darn crickets. Oh my gosh. See, he'll figure this out in a second, and then I won't be able to hit him anymore. Like, I think there's sort of like rubber banding AI where... not rubber banding exactly, I guess, but it lets you get to a certain point, and then it stops letting you hit it. See, neither of us could move there, probably, but somehow he finally got the little extra millimeter of distance. Ow. So he'll let me get 2 of those in a row, and that's it. No more for you. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. This game is so absurd. Ow. Okay, let's try to get my 2 sweeps in. There we go. So I guess if I could figure out which attacks he'll allow per round, do they add up to 100% of his health meter? And then I can just do that little set moves that he allows. So there's my 2 sweeps. What else can I do now? Maybe one knee per round, maybe? Sure, well, yeah. I tried doing more than 1 knee and just insta stuff. So there's my 1 knee. Get my 2. Oh no, I didn't get my sweep. I don't know if that counted as a roll. Maybe it did. Oh my gosh, this is so absurd. And see, I'm just doing worse and worse because I can't even think like there's a possibility of actually fighting him. Like, it just doesn't. I'm looking for some mistake that the AI is going to make, and I'll somehow just... Because it just doesn't feel like you're playing a fighting game. Just playing this implacable, impossible, invisibly walled-off thing. Okay, whenever it wants to, take off half your health, it just does. Whenever it doesn't want to get hit, it just doesn't. There goes half my health. Ow. Yeah, I can get in 2 of those per round. Yeah. So 2 of those, 1 knee, 2 sweeps. I might be getting close. Take your medicine. Oh, okay, I don't know what that was. Okay, now I need a sweep. Okay, so yeah, so I didn't set off his move spam alarm. Oh, but I wonder if it adds up if you've already won a round. So now he's not letting me. Okay, let me try and get 1 more of those. No. See, but you can never throw him. Never throw him after you've teched a throw. It's so weird. It's just like you're in the wrong movement. You're in the wrong plane of existence. There's my 2 sweeps. Oh, that was something a little different. Didn't add up. Too slow. Trending well, I'm taking too much damage. I think we can get in about 3 throws. Okay. Now, try something else. Oh, shoot. Oh, jeez. Yeah, just take all my health off. That's fine. That's fine. I remember when I had life. Oh, nope, I'm in the can't throw state. Oh, it's so frustrating. Like you just get in these states. Like, it would help if I just had a big flag over my head that told me, no, you can't throw now. You just cannot throw. Can't do my knee. There it is. Ay, ay, ay. This is just so absurd. I really am not having fun. If you watch, like, there isn't actually a whole lot of tournament footage of this game, unfortunately, because, like, when players play each other, it actually looks kind of fun. It's just about at least as frustrating to play a really good player as it is a CPU, but at least you would know that they weren't doing totally impossible tricks. Everything feels so arbitrary. Like, if you knew what to do, if you knew what weird input would work at what time, like, I don't know how that worked. I don't know why I couldn't throw there. Jeez. Like, why did he sort of blip forward into my throw, into my arms? I don't know. Okay, I think I got it. Now, will I be able to do that 2 rounds in a row? Why are you facing that way? Nope, nope, just can't throw, can't move into range. Can't do anything. It's just throwing useless punches instead of throwing. Can't move toward him. Why? Why? Why does anything happen in this game? Oh, he teched it. And now probably won't be able to get back to a valid throw range again for whatever mysterious reason these things occur. Ugh. The throw is so weird. I just can't move. Ugh. So if you like back up and clear out, but no, did I hit it at the wrong range and then that just gets me? I don't know. Oh, that was weird. Nothing. Like, it seems like if you knew how to move and just screw up your opponent's placement, they couldn't do anything. You could just sort of manipulate their state so that they were not in a state to hit you. By whatever strange invisible rule governs that. It's not like you can play on the counterattack because, well, for one thing, he knows how to throw you and not get trapped into a weird non-throwing state. But for another thing, the pushback is weird and puts you into this not counter-attackable state. Oh my gosh. It's just so frustrating. And I don't know why it suddenly comes on like gangbusters against Kage. I mean, maybe it's just my blind spot with Kage, but... And like, once I get past Kage, it's not nearly this bad again until the boss Akira, which is a ways onward. So maybe it's just, maybe I just have this horrible deficiency against Kage, or is anybody else? What happened? Okay. Can't beat this. Slow punch. Oh. Oh my gosh. It just doesn't feel like there's any give and take. It's just something bad happened to you. More bad. Oh, you tried to do something? Well, too bad. You weren't, the stars were not aligned to allow it. Now they are aligned. Can I keep them in alignment for long enough to get in the necessary amount of... Nope. I do like knocking his little hat thingy off. Oh no. Now does that count as one of my allowed throws? Oh boy. Now I can't get into the right... Oh, I think that worked because he moved forward. Holy smokes, what was that? How do I do that? Oh, okay, yeah. I was not supposed to win. Like, he can just do whatever he wants at any time. That's what it feels like, anyway. It sure feels like the AI is programmed to know, well, I'm about to lose, well, I'll just hit him. Doesn't matter where I am, where he is, just hit him. Why does this happen with Kage? Maybe the programmer just really liked Kage. Kage must not lose. Is he kind of like a mid-boss? He says round 7, it's a little late for a mid-boss. I think who's left. There's Jacky. I think you do have to fight yourself. There's Wolf. Maybe that's... no, there's Pi and Lao, right? So there's a good, at least that many. I don't... See, like, I've learned nothing because nothing makes sense. There's no thing you can look at and say, oh, okay, that's a thing that works. Because it's not, nothing, there's no reasoning with it. I tried to do the same inputs you did that worked before, and it doesn't work now. Can't do my knee thingy. Against Akira, I found I could sort of spam this attack, and it's at least one input that doesn't get too often put into a state where it just doesn't work. You can get stuffed. Jeez. know some weird, intimate, invisible language of what you're allowed to do when. I'm trying to throw. I'm like lacing throw commands in all over here, but it just does not throw. Throw is not allowed here. So there, I backed totally out, and then back in, and then got to throw. Then I was allowed to throw. Like, if throw worked reliably, this would be a piece of cake. But it doesn't. Nope, see, that looked like I got in close enough. But no throw came out. If he just, all he has to do is punch me once, and then I can't throw. Oh, crap. So if he doesn't punch me, then I can throw. Oh, see, but here he came right in, so I didn't have a... and then if he charges in, I can't throw. So basically, if he does anything, I can't throw. If I can get in before he does anything, then throw works. Now he's taking the initiative. But see there, he ducked, he crouched, and all of a sudden throw didn't work. And he stood back up, but throw still didn't work. So there he did nothing and throw worked. There he did nothing and throw worked. There he did nothing and throw worked. And there again. So, well, I guess that's just it. You just have to push yourself in and hope he does nothing, not even just ducking for a second. And then standing up even before you try to throw. It's so weird. So yeah, here's the mirror match. Ow. I should probably go back to throws. It's such a weird, it's just like this nuclear colored landscape. Oh wow, oh, I forgot about that move. How do you do that? That ain't it. Oh my gosh, that took off half his health. Why would I do any move but that move? Oh. He can do it too. And it's got a really weird hit property. It goes most of his health. Yeah, it's just... is he trying to do that? Ow. So he could punch me and then do it. So obviously, there's some large offensive output to be had if you know how to work that one. Ow. I'd be clever and time my kick a little better that time, but didn't know how to work it. Oh, see, he hit me, so I couldn't throw. How low is that? I'm just juking, and all of a sudden I just did this weird roll forward. Okay, so there I was able to reset a bit after he hit me, and get back in and throw. Gosh. So there he made a mistake. He just sort of pushed in a little or something at the end there without trying to attack. This game is so bizarre. Like, you're not really trying to fight, you're just trying to not get into a screwed up state. If you get into a state where you don't have the proper... Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, wow, I juggled it a little. Oh, there's that. I wish I knew what that was. Ow. No, can't throw there. I didn't think I was going to get back into the throw state. Okay. So Jacky's not nearly as ridiculous as Kage. How many times did I call him Kage already? Oh. Now, I think... I didn't have a lot of trouble with Wolf, and I think I just punch spammed him. But maybe not. I did something to him. I should probably just go look at the video of what I did rather than go through the pain and try to... Maybe I threw him. I mean, I could try. Dong. Dong. Oh no. Not. Oh! I do remember something with that, like I could just slip out of his throw and then punch him from behind. That's what I think I was remembering as far as punching, but ow, well, I don't know what's going on there. Ow. Forward punch. Well, just tear through him with punches, I guess. Oh, so here's the boss fight. And Akira, oh my gosh, my health meter. Akira kind of seems like he can just kill you whenever he wants. And this is another fight, I think probably even more than against Kage. It just feels like an exercise in trying to slip between the cracks of whatever the weird movement rules are and initiative rules. Like there, I was doing something, but he just decided to flex, and just the universe sorted itself around his flex, and I don't know what happened. He just made a time-space warp. Well, don't turn around. No, the knee did not land. Not fool him. Owie. Didn't you fall for that just twice in a row? Yay. Oh, my body. Oh, the camera. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, that was just as well. Put me out of my misery. Ow. So I can't... Oh, of course. Okay, so that's not going to work. turned around backwards. Almost had him. What was he doing? Like when I actually just hit him with a punch, it feels like a miracle. Because like it doesn't feel like I should be able to hit him with a punch. It's not gonna be. And like, why did that miss? I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't hit him. Trying to turn around. Oh my gosh. I just need, 45% of my life. Jeez. I just need one attack. One attack that just doesn't go into mystery whiffing state constantly. One attack I could rely on. Do a backflip. Oh no. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I couldn't hit him at all when he only had 5% health. Can't turn around. That'll fool him. Probably throw is still my most reliable. Like I've sort of figured out how to, like at least I can tell when it's screwed up, and sometimes I can reset it so it'll work again. Like that other stuff, it's just total crapshoot as to whether or not it's going to hit, and basically it seems like he can just decide when it stops hitting. The throw, at least, if I'm in the right state, he can't prevent it from hitting. But, see, I'm running out of room now. Oh, well, he just let me hit him. I don't know why. So, huzzah! And now I never have to play this game again. Oh, except there's Doral. So, this is really painful because not only are you playing this ridiculous character who can just hit you with the worst attacks in the game, you're also moving in slow motion. So it's just like this slow motion. I got one hit in while she was upside down. Oh yeah, it's dead. It just looks so much more insulting when you're moving in slow motion. Like, you are going to die. It's going to be really stupid looking. Yeah, of course she's teching. Why wouldn't she? She didn't take that one. Slow motion throw. Crunch. Well, I got one round. I'll be darned. Well, at the moment I am not faster than lightning. Lightning under the water would be quite a bit faster than this. Am I throwing out? No. Nope, now I'm in a non-throwing state. Oh dear gosh. Go on. Nope. Well, the dream lived for a moment. Now, I think if this is like what happens in 4 Evolution, this is how I took out all of the opponents. Lots of throws, yeah. Syncs up. Spam punches on Jeffrey. It's really hard to see. Can't even tell what that was. Spam punch on Wolf. It's just a lucky stand-up hit on Akira. Well, there you go. I'm obviously the best. So this is, you just have to ignore everything. Oh. Yeah, you just have to ignore the graphics up top and wait until the blinking letter is highlighted down below. Why isn't this dying or something? Okay, now defense. Well, B. It's very existential. B. Jacky. Why is there a gourd on that letter? This is the weirdest high score entry ever. So, there you go. Virtua Fighter 2. I really don't want to ever play it ever again right now. Super weird, super frustrating. I would be much more interested playing it against a fellow human who did not have an innate understanding of the totally messed up hitboxes and states and whatever the heck is going on in this complete mystery of a experience. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this I mean, as a one-player game, it's not very enjoyable. Oh, there's the lightning stage that I avoid. So I'm going to bail on this. Thanks for watching, and never ever again. Probably, at least not for a while.